Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Sales Unscripted podcast. I am one of your hosts, Margaret Henney.
Host number 2, Brian Neal here.
And we are excited to be back with you. By the way, if we are distracted, we're going to try not to be, but we are cutting in on someone's radio station. But, well, I mean, we can hear them in our head right now.
We don't think you can hear that.
I hope not.
Yeah,
Report back.
A radio station. It's what happens when you broadcast live from the press box. We are way up in the air in our hometown of Indianapolis, Indiana, and we can hear a radio station in our headphones, but we're not sure if it's coming through the microphones.
We're not totally sure. We're getting our wires
coming
crossed.
through the Zoom, though, so that makes me a little concerned. I'm like,
We're going to find out.
And you know what? We might have to re-record. We'll see.
We're going to see.
Or you'll just have to listen to the distractions.
Yeah, sorry about it.
Let's see. We just had our planning session, too. We did a planning session.
We did.
Excited, aren't we? Yeah. Got great stuff coming from Sales Unscripted this year. And we're going all in. All in, my man.
Which
all
is
in.
so great. Actually, this was funny. I loved, you were like, hey, I want to do like just quick check-in. Like, are we on the same page? Is this something we still want to do?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's my favorite part of
It
the
is,
week.
isn't it? Isn't it fun when you find something like that?
Yeah.
It's valuable to others. You're pretty good at it, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I know. Oh, it makes me so happy.
So great, isn't it?
Yes. In
so
your element.
Now, you were all excited, too, when you got here, Margaret. You were giddy. Why were you giddy?
Because I'm going to get my ring.
You're getting your ring. This is what we do. If you like it, then you showed up at a ring on it. Now, will you tell the story that you just told me about walking in? So I said I'm a big fan of buying my lady nice shit. I'm a huge fan. I like to buy
What a lucky lady.
diamonds and rings and purses and stuff like that. I really enjoy the shopping process, trying to think of something that's great.
That's so rare.
So it's great.
That people love that men particularly
It's a thing.
love that.
Yeah. I just one of my things. I just enjoy doing it. It makes me feel fulfilled to make someone else feel happy and that sort of thing. And so you had an experience that I thought was very common for a female.
It is.
This is not a sexist thing. It's just right. So tell like how it started and how it's going.
Okay, yes, exactly.
Relative to picking your ring.
Pre picking my ring, I was like, I think I just want something really simple.
Yeah.
Very classic, very tasteful, whatever. Like that's kind of my vibe anyway. I'm into minimalism.
Yeah, right.
I don't need anything flashy. I regressed into the most basic female ever. I went into that ring store and they were like, "Oh, can we get you a glass of champagne?" I was like, "Absolutely." It went straight to my head and I was like, "Get the biggest rings you can find. I want them to be shiny."
So good.
And
Enormous.
I was like,
I need a sling. Do you have anything 4 carat? This is 3.5. Do I see some 4s? I just want to look.
I want it to fall and like make a thud.
It's a thing, isn't it though?
I was like, that is not me at all. I turned into a monster.
That's so funny.
But luckily, my fiance was so sweet about it. He was like, "Let's look at whatever you want to look
you
at,
got
baby."
to. It's
and
part
I was
of the
like,
deal, right?
"I love you so much." And so we're gonna go for the final appointment.
And you did.
So
You
excited.
kind of went a little bigger and a little flashier than maybe you thought you were going to.
Totally.
Didn't you?
Oh my God.
Just do.
I was like, I
Fun.
don't need anything special. I'll just have like a gold band, and that would be lovely.
I know.
It's not just a gold band.
No, and you don't see. I don't think maybe you don't see most women who walk around with a 2 carat diamond ring go, "I really wish this was smaller.
Yeah.
I wish this was a little less heavy and a little less flashy."
I'm so excited.
I'm so happy for you. It's
Thank
fun,
you.
isn't it fun?
Yeah. It was
So what's
fun.
the process now? You got to wait like what?
Like 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh, do you really?
Yes. Which that's what they told me. Maybe they're like under promising and over delivering. They're gonna get it to me sooner. But anyway, in the meantime, as I've said before, I'm wearing my grandmother's wedding ring, and I love it, and it makes me so happy. So I'll have something to look
And so
forward
will
to.
that big honking chunk of coal that you'll have sitting on your finger here. in a
See, and then it
couple
makes me make these weird noises where I'm like, I sound like Goofy over here.
That is a little. If I'm Derek, I'm kind of like going, thought this is supposed to be like sexy time, and you're sitting here making noises like a cartoon. You're doing all the voices from Scooby Doo. It's bad. It's funny. It's what happens, though, right? You get all giggy. It's a nervous thing, isn't it? It's like a nervous when you make goofy noises and stuff.
You know me. I like my noises and my hand gestures.
You do, correct.
And
That's part of the deal.
Whatever. So that's just me.
Well, I'm really excited for you.
Thank
and
you.
that's super, super fun. It's really, really great.
Yeah, it's a great time.
And we have our one of our what do we call Colleen? What is Colleen's role?
God, Colleen
stuff?
is our
She kind of
right
does everything.
hand
She does
woman.
everything.
She
She's
does
also
everything. She's
also
our
engaged.
Swiss Army knife. Yes,
She's our
and she's,
yeah, she is. So you guys have that in common, which I didn't even realize till today.
it's so fun to geek out with her
So
too.
fun. So
yeah.
glad for you guys. Back into wedding season. I love it.
Yeah,
It's been a
baby.
minute for Biggie
Let's
Neal over here.
go.
It's really fun. Okay, so we got a topic at some
We
point, right?
do
gotta
have
talk
a
about this.
topic. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one came to me kind of randomly because I was in the office. I love overhearing conversations that my
Yes,
colleagues are
yes,
having.
yes.
Just because, like, sometimes I've been with co-video for a long time. I'm a little bit of a veteran, so people
Yep.
will ask me or be like, "Hey, can you weigh in on this?" or whatever. Anyway, but I love to kind of like spy in a good way.
Yes.
I was spying / or overhearing one of our new employees. His name is Clint, and he is amazing.
What up, Clint?
So shout out to Clint, and he was doing what I call what I think some would call dirty work, and I brought this up to you because I am a big Steely Dan fan.
Yes,
if
we
don't
know this.
know this about
We
me.
have a sub playlist, and it was loaded with Steely Dan. We both kind of contributed to it. And I'm like, who put the
Yes.
Steely Dan in here?
Me,
Dirty
love
Work,
it.
great song.
Dirty,
Scandalous
I'm
song.
a fool to do your dirty work.
No,
Oh yeah, or whatever.
So, yep.
Go listen to it. Anyway,
It's, yeah, and no more. I think it's
Yeah, yeah.
double.
So anyway, dirty work. And what I mean by dirty work is he was over there pounding the phone, making
Yes.
calls to cancels.
Yep.
So people who had been with co-video before,
Yeah.
and for whatever reason, unknown to him, and he's new at co-video, right?
Yep.
And I just thought, man, way to go, because most people don't want to do that, right? They're
Truth.
like, that's going to
Truth.
be an awkward conversation. What if things ended badly for whatever reason? Who knows? Maybe they did, like, or maybe
know.
it just like wasn't the right time. Who knows? But he is saying like, hey, I have no attachment to this, so I'm going to give him a call, see what happened, see if I can make it better and right. And
Yeah.
it's a great way for him to do some mining in very low risk ways.
I love how this episode is coming together because it is unscripted. We don't talk much.
No.
We just start going. And I'm going to cite a book. Watch how this all comes together. You just said mining.
Yes.
There's a book called Acres of Diamonds. Acres of Diamonds.
We just talked about diamond rings.
We just talked about diamond rings. That was full circle without even trying. Boom.
Love it.
Can't drop these mics. They're attached. That was great. So there's a book called Acres of Diamonds. I cannot remember who wrote it. We'll have to look it
Wait,
up.
you
while we're sitting
talk.
here.
I'll look it up.
So here's the idea. If you're newish into selling, this is a great concept for you. If you've been a veteran for a while and you're in a little bit of a tough headwind economy, this is a great thing to go do to reset yourself and find things that you've been walking by in the past. So many of us walk past opportunities and deals and things. You find it?
I want you to know that there are multiple books called Acres of Diamonds.
Oh, really? Is there
Yeah.
no original? That's
Is
interesting.
there
Acres.
someone? Is it Russell Conwell?
It's really old, I think.
Is it? Then I think that's it because
really
this dude looks
old.
old. Did
Yeah.
he found
Might be
Temple
dead.
University? Do either of
Could
these
be-
look?
Yeah, I think it's his first guy. Yeah, like the 1800s guy.
Yeah.
It's super old.
Okay.
Super old, like 1900s, I think.
Russell Conwell.
Anyway, so you hear that Acres of Diamonds. It's like this idea. There's so much abundance and stuff all around our feet, right? To mine, as you said, right? These things. And we're so busy. Now, let me go to the other end of the spectrum. So if you're new in sales, this is great for you to hear. If you're been in sales for a minute, this is going to be a reset for you. This kind of a look in the mirror for you. We've had so much demand in the last 2 years for product. It's just been been
gangbusters.
I heard I was with one of my longest term running clients, my longest running continuous client. Great company, just sold to private equity. People made $1 gajillion. It's great. Got a guy there who's 25-year sales vet. He's killing it, just killing it. Just awesome. And I'm like, dude, why are you working? Like he doesn't have. I don't know exactly how much he got. He got enough money to never have to work again.
Yeah.
He's like, well, what else am I going to do? And he goes, you know what? I'm making more money selling now than I ever have. Now, he stood up. Here's what's great, though. He stood up in front of his peers. The CEO told me this. I wasn't in the room. And said, gang, we had we record sales. He made record income. This is him talking to his sales team, his peers. He said, let's be honest. Last year, we took orders. We just took orders. The demand was there. We set the terms. We set the pricing. We took orders. We didn't sell. We took orders.
Wow.
This year, 23, we got to sell. And hearing that come from him and just admitting that that's what was going on. So that's what's been going on.
Yeah.
People, now all of a sudden everyone's like, whoa, this is a little, right? It's tough all of a sudden. So if you're new, this is a great skill to learn. If you've been a veteran, you got to go back to this. Is going back to do the dirty work. I love this idea, the dirty work. And it's actually not dirty work.
No.
Just like when the diamonds come from dirty areas, and they're beautiful and majestic and gorgeous and sparkle and heavy and expensive
and rare. Do you work for Reese Nichols right now?
Gosh, I don't. I should, shouldn't I?
Maybe.
I actually, as many diamonds I bought there, I should work for Reese Nichols. Yeah. We love BJ's great.
It's true that it's not dirty work, but but so many people are like,
yes,
correct. I don't want to do it. It sounds confrontational. They might even say, dare I say, better than that.
That's it.
And you're not. Let me tell you, first of all.
No.
And it's a great opportunity, especially if you're new like Clint is, to learn a lot. Like very quickly, and again, super low risk, because you're not going to lose these deals, right? They've already been lost. There's nothing to change about it. And it gives him the opportunity to hear from customers what worked, what didn't work, what's changed for them. So, I mean, not only is he mining great opportunities, his knowledge of the product and our customers is just like exploding tenfold.
So smart.
So
Clint's smart.
Clint is smart, man.
I agree. And so this is one, I think I don't know if I mentioned this on our podcast last year. We did this. So we're at, boom, great demand. We're growing like crazy and kind of almost outgrowing our capacity. And then it starts to turn. You can feel it turn just a little bit. It's like, hey, we got to get back at it, And so I said, hey, can we pull a closed loss report just for the last 6 months? I just want to peruse it. I just want to look down at it. Oh, my God. I'm going, we should call them. We should call them.
Yeah.
We should call them. We haven't talked to them for 18 months. They were a former client for 10 years. Now they're sitting there. We should call them. We should call them. That is not dirty work. That is smart.
Yes.
Smart farming.
Let's go.
Smart farming. You got to do that. And we have been a little, I'm going to use the word, I think sales teams have become a little entitled to marketing's inbound leads. Well, leads are drying up a little slower.
You said it, not me.
We got to, we really don't have anyone to call on. It's just amazing to me when I hear that sometimes. Like, well, I mean, our lead flow is really slowed down. I'm like, lead flow?
Yeah.
Do you have a phone? Do you have a computer? I mean, geez, make some lead flow. Make them flow. It's unbelievable.
God, yes.
Drives me absolutely. You're like, well, I hate this. I hear this. I don't know if I hear this from you, not you, but well, we're thinking about putting a little emphasis on self-generated leads. We're thinking about putting a little emphasis.
Oh my God, you're going to ask them to work?
Little emphasis on marketing. You? How about every once in a while marketing spits one, over from the cube next door, and how about we make our own way here?
Yeah.
Drives me crazy.
Well, you've got
it's a little Gen X-y, isn't it?
Yeah, but I kind of dig it. Well, especially because I'm director of marketing, so I love that you're like, they're like, you can't rely on marketing for everything.
God.
So
no, and this is a great way to start. Acres of diamonds, it's all there in the backyard. So specific things to do: go pull a closed loss list.
Yeah, I like that.
Sure, closed lost. Then pull a canceled list, right? Go get the canceled list, regardless of when they cancel. People are like, well, they just canceled in December. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
You realize how much crap's changed since December?
Yeah.
Like, a lot.
Well, and like, you can, like, it's a real soft approach too, right? You're not like, see, canceled, want to start up again?
Right.
Like, no, duh, man. Come on. We're on a fact-finding mission here.
100%.
Like, I want to figure out, what went wrong. Like, tell me a little bit about it. And people love to talk about themselves too.
And maybe nothing went wrong.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe it's just like, we need to take a little break. We're kind of looking at some other things. And then the other thing that occurs when you do this is you reach out and go, I got to talk to Margaret. Actually, Margaret's no longer here. I'm like, oh, really? And you find out you didn't know that.
Yep.
So now two things happen. Well, now, Elizabeth is in Margaret's place. I'm like, when I talk to her, new conversation. The other thing is, I wonder where Margaret went. LinkedIn. Where'd Margaret go? Margaret's at this other software company. Now it's double whammy.
Yep.
Going down the path. There's no reason to not do what Margaret and I are talking about today.
Yep.
What a great topic.
Dirty work.
Very, very, very useful.
Get your hands dirty.
Dirty work, mining for diamonds, acres of diamonds. Margaret's left hand.
Reese
splint.
Nichols diamonds.
You call it splint. Aren't they great? Who are you dealing with at Reese Nichols? We actually
his name's Matt, and I
great dude.
love him. We got really lucky because we just walked in.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Big fans.
People had told us like, hey, you could talk to this guy, and we're like, yeah, hey, we'll go when our schedule works for us. Walked in, such a great guy, made it such a good experience that I was like, we're buying our diamonds from here. Bam.
Yep. It's just
shout out to Matt.
That's really great. Yeah. And we're huge fans of Reese Nichols. Now, we're not sponsored. We're going to be sponsored here shortly, but
sounds
never
like
been
we
thought about
are.
sponsored by a retail jewelry store in Indianapolis, Indiana. But BJ Nichols is a great guy. I deal with him and his daughter directly, and they're just fantastic people. They're very fair, very reasonable. And don't they take care of you when you're there?
Oh, but talk about a good. Well,
Oh
I mean,
my
hey,
gosh,
sales
what a great
like it makes
experience.
sense because it's a
What
great
an
sales
awesome
experience
experience,
from
isn't it?
like top to bottom. And
fantastic.
like, ooh, you know what? I might save this for another episode actually
Do
because
it.
I got good stuff to talk about.
More rings? You want to talk about you again?
Yeah.
Your rings? We talked about me and my jewelry collection, me and my engagement, me and my
Let's
wedding.
talk about diamonds some more.
Yes, we will. So,
Oh,
okay, that's
boy.
it. Go see us on. We're gonna have a LinkedIn page up.
Yes.
Maybe by when this launches, I don't know. But we need to start
We'll
talking
see.
to people on LinkedIn. So go
Colleen,
follow
our
us
Swiss
there.
Army knife, is getting it together.
She's awesome. We got fun stuff. We're gonna do another live event. We're in the planning. It's gonna come in May. This is February. We're coming in May.
Put
It's
in
gonna
your
be in
calendars.
Indianapolis. Yep. It's gonna be. Well, we can't say where.
Nope, those are our clues.
All right, that's it.
All right, see
See
ya.
ya. Bye.